morning, everyone. This is Marco, aka Liquidity Hunter. Today is August 13, New York session. So just going over what we did yesterday. So this order block, bearish order block, obviously was not going to hold because, like I had told you in previous videos, this is a one-time use. Everything is one-time use. So we took this trade, went straight into profit. We closed like around 8:15 on this little push. We could have waited 30 more minutes. We would have got a little bit more, an extra $150 or something per account, which is like $1,500. So it's okay. So now let's go over what we are gonna do. Obviously this trade is done. I'm gonna remove all this. Oops, I'm gonna remove all this because we don't need it. So I don't want to have my stuff too cluttered. So now where we at? So yesterday I told you guys we're gonna make a new high. Now this high is super high. So right now we gotta be careful. Why? Because we are at all-time highs. Now what do you do in this case? So now we have to pretty much go back and then see where we are in the market. So we gotta go into the daily. So the daily, we have this push from here all the way up here. So now for a trend to be valid, it needs to hit at least a 38%. That will make this a higher low. Now we have a break of structure right here on the daily. So we have a daily BOS. Let me just remove all this stuff. And what do we got? So do we have a order block? No, not really. Hold on, let me enable this. So we have a small daily fair value gap. This is not an order block because there's no inefficiency. So you might think like this, it's a order block, but this is way too big. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this daily fair value gap for now, and then we're gonna go back. Now, how do you know if it's still a good buy? So pretty much the target is 27%. So we still have a lot of room to this area. So what we're gonna do is let me do the horizontal ray, and then this one, let's label it the target. This is our target. When are we gonna get here? I am not sure. So we're just gonna name it target, right middle. So I'm gonna lock it, that way I don't have to have my Fibonacci. So that's the target. So then we go back and then see where we are. So we have a daily break of structure right here. We have a lot of levels that we need to tap. So this is gonna be very, very interesting. The market, according to the Fibonacci, has to go all the way right here to 24,470, which is 400 points more, 400 something points. So what do? We gotta go back and check what do we have. So is this an order block? This is not an order block, because a outside order block has to close outside and then keep going. So this is not an order block, and then this is not an order block because that has been tapped. So you leave that alone. So we have this order block right here. We have a 4-hour break of structure, and then we have another 4-hour right here, BOS. Let's see, is this a order block? It's very ugly. Very, very ugly. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this fair value gap right here, 4-hour fair value gap. Where is my daily fair value gap? So let's make sure that we are showing on the hours also. So let me resave this. If you see half of my screen is because I have multiple monitors. I have 4 monitors, so I'm monitoring the daily 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minute. So pretty much this I would do it on only one screen, but for the sake of this video I'm doing everything right here. So now we have a fair value gap right here, which is in this area. Let's make it smaller. I don't like things to be, I like everything to be aligned. So we're gonna lock this up, and this is a good area because we do have liquidity that we need to tap in this area. So that's the internal liquidity. So we might get something like this, and then come right here, and then people think it's gonna still drop, and then it's gonna keep going up. So that could happen. We have a 4 hour fair value gap right here, and I mean, I don't know how far this thing is gonna go, but we have a 4 hour block, and we have a 4 hour order block right here. This is a outside order block. So this order block is bullish. So we're not gonna take trades from here. We're not gonna take trades from here, but we are gonna see what they're doing in this area, because I don't know how far this thing is gonna go. Let's see if there is news. This thing open on a different screen. So what do we got? So we have to check for his factory. President Trump is gonna speak at 8:15. So that's it. I mean, there's really, today is a very interesting day. We might or might not get a trade. Now let's see how far this 4 hour is gone. So we're gonna use our Fibonacci. So this one, it pretty much overextend to the 61. So this is gonna be most likely a trap because we are all-time highs. We still gotta go to this area, but they're not gonna just go and pay everybody. They gotta come, kill the liquidity, and then go. Like I said, and I always said, the market will create the liquidity before it takes off. How do I know that this is a valid point? If we came to the 38.2, and then from here we blasted to 61. So we have to be careful. I really think that this is just gonna be a trap. They might sweep the liquidity of the early sellers and then messed up everybody that is buying. So this one today is gonna be very, very interesting. I don't know if we're gonna catch a trade. This looks like a hell of a trap. Not good, to be honest. So yeah, it's very scary. So we have this 1 hour order block right here. So we found an order block. So pretty much everything that I'm marking is a possibility. So it's not a for sure thing because we have to wait, make sure that they sweep the liquidity whenever they're gonna set up, and then we take our entry. So we are gonna trade with them, not against them. So we have 3 areas that we're gonna look at. But honestly, like, I really think that this is just gonna be a trap. So if they're gonna set up from anything from here, as you can see right now, we have this liquidity, this double bottom right here. This is liquidity. So pretty much this is the quote unquote buyers holding the market. So how do I know that this is not a possible reversal? Because they did not sweep the liquidity. If it's a reversal, like a good reversal, it will be something like this. So I'm going to just give you an example. So we have this order block right here, this 15-minute order block, so like really fast. And we have a 15-minute gap, right? So for this to be valid, to take a trade from this order block that was created, right here, there has to be a reason why we're taking an order trade from this order block or this fair value gap. So this, they already sweep the liquidity. So if you see right here, we had liquidity in this point. They swept it and then they took off. This area is now valid to take a trade if they would have come back and then set up again and then did it again. Now this is still good to take a trade from here, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave this bullish order block, and then we're gonna leave this fair value gap. So we're gonna trade until 8 o'clock, see if we get something, hopefully. See, fair value gap. So why am I gonna take a trade from here? Because number one, we are on an uptrend. Number two, we already swept the liquidity that was in this area with this fair value gap. So that makes it a really a strong area. Like this is super strong to hold. And then they created the liquidity. So we might get something like this. So this is just a maybe. So we might go up, fake that we're gonna drop, sweep the liquidity, break the structure, and then either get in at a breaker block or a fair value gap and then come in this area. And then from here, they're gonna do the same thing, sweep, break, and then we get in and then back to the external liquidity that I had created. So this is a maybe happening. I don't like to take trades to the what's it called? To the fair value gaps. I don't like to trade against it because we are in a super option. So if like these people right here thought that they was gonna drop, and it just keeps going. So like this is very scary. And then this one took me a while because before I would take trade against the trend, and then like they would just keep going and mess me up. So anyway, so that's pretty much the recap of what's happening. It's not guaranteed that they're gonna reverse from here because we have all these areas right here. So we're just gonna watch the market today. I don't know if we're gonna get a trade, but as you saw right here, this order block of the 4 hour is very strong, and it was created by sweeps of liquidity. So we also have a very strong 15-minute order block and a 15-minute fair value gap. So I'm gonna pause the video right now, and I'm gonna come back whenever we get to this area. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna take a trade today because we are way all-time high. It's really not a setup like it, you know. On the first video that I did, I don't know if you guys remember what they did right here. So they created the liquidity, swept it, closed back inside, came back to the fair value gap, and then did a little fake out, and then they swept this liquidity right here and then went up. It didn't create a new high, so I was kind of iffy of taking this trade from here, but because I already saw that they swept this liquidity, this was a very strong zone. But now they took off, and then we waited for the retrace, and then we got set up on this order block. Well, kind of like an order block. We have a little inefficiency. But anyways, we took a trade from here, and that's the reason why I'm waiting for the same exact thing. The market repeats itself all the time. So we're gonna wait for this area. If not, we're gonna look in these areas anyway, because we have a lot of inefficiency that we need to pretty much come back to. So like I said in previous videos, market cannot leave anything open. So eventually we are gonna just kill everything right here, like we did in this one right here. So like it was a very strong push. They're doing the same exact thing. So don't get caught up in just buying at the top, you know, because like they might do things like this, sweep and then go, and then I mean it's crazy. So we just gotta be careful. If we take a trade at all-time highs, you wanna go with a lower risk, because if you lose it, I mean, you can still catch a sale to any of these areas that are right here and then still make your money back, maybe a little bit of profit. So I'm gonna pause the video right now and I'll come back whenever we get something. All right, just doing an update video. So we just sweep the liquidity of the high. The only reason that I didn't take this trade is because we are against it, and on top of that, it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't have any order block, fair value gap, and things like that. If I did, I would have taken this trade, but pretty much, so you know what's happening, is the same thing over and over again. We have a sweep of liquidity. Sellers are taking over, they're getting rejected, and then now they took over. Why did they take over? Because they closed under this one on the 5 minutes. So if I would have got in, I would have got in right here, put my stop loss over here, obviously target the liquidity that needs to be swept all the way right here. So like 2 to 7, I mean 1 or 2.7. Not bad, to be honest, but I just don't like to trade against the trend, especially if I don't have a reason to get in, because this could easily just be a fake out and then take off, you know. But this is a very good example of a liquidity sweep. This is what I meant when I did my drawing. Very easy trade. I mean, if you can master sweeps of liquidity, taking off the buyers, faking everybody, getting, you know, FOMO and everything, so you're gonna make a lot of money. So this is pretty much a really good example. Now we are gonna get to this area, and then people, obviously, they're gonna be like, why didn't you get in if you knew? Like I said, there is nothing that is like a resistance or support. This is just a high. Eventually, what they did right here, they created liquidity as well, but this is external liquidity because it's outside, it's not inside. So this is internal, is inside. We're coming to sweep it, that's external. We are going to sweep it again. So now we are coming in this area. We're gonna see what we get. We have to wait for like the same thing on the 5 minutes. The 1 minute I also traded, but this is it's more scary, to be honest, because on the 1 minute they do close under, but then sometimes they keep going. So 5 minutes is your best entry point, or 15 minutes. But yeah, so now we're gonna wait for this area to come. Might take about an hour or so. Hopefully we get a setup by 8 o'clock. If we don't get a setup by 8 o'clock, I don't know, we might call it a day. We might get like a late run. But at that point, like last time, the first video, it's very slow market. I like fast, and then pretty much whenever we get to a target within an hour or two, those are the best ones. But today, that they're doing exactly what I expected them to do, but now I need them to come in this area, and then we are gonna watch it in this area. We are gonna trade it, and then we have to pay attention to this fair value gap. If this candle closes bearish, we gotta pay attention to this fair value gap, because if this is the ultimate high, they might just set up from here, come in this area, and then maybe break lower. But I don't care really about this fair value gap that is going to be strong. I'm going to put a break even, obviously, because anything against the trend is really not that strong. When it's going with the trend, it's a lot better. So I'll pause the video right here. Just wanted to do an update. This nice liquidity sweep right here, it was really, really nice. I could have taken the trade. Maybe I'll take the next ones, I don't know, just for the sake of the video, but I'll go very, very light. I'm not gonna go heavy like I usually go with the trend. So I might just throw like a contract or so. So pause the video right now, wait for the setup to happen right here, and then see what we get in this area. Alright guys, so just a quick update. We have got into the zone. This fair value gap has been pushed through the middle to the 50%, so it's no longer valid. Now we are tapping the 15-minute order block. That is right here. So now we are going to wait for a setup. We are either going to wait for a breaker block setup, invert fair value gap, or order flow entries. So at this point we just gotta wait, to be honest, because they're gonna mess around in this area. I don't know if it's gonna break through because there's so much liquidity that is in this area coming into this zone. But hopefully we'll catch a trade right now. If you would have taken this trade against the trend, you would have got 1 or 2. But then this one going with the trend just back to this is looking like about 1 to 4. That's the reason why I only take trades with the trend. Obviously I don't know when I'm gonna get in, but I'm gonna wait on the 1 minute, see what kind of setup we get, or it's gonna be a 5-minute setup. So we just gotta wait at this point, and then we go from there. I will pause the video, and then once I get in that entry, then I'll come back. Alright guys, so right now I'm just waiting for a entry. Looks like we just sweep the liquidity with this small candle right here. I'm waiting for this to close outside the box as a mitigation block entry. If we do get outside, then I will take a trade. So there's 11 seconds left. The 5-minute is looking very promising, like a sweep of liquidity, but I need this to close outside of the range, because this is still not fully confirmed, and you want to be precise with these trades. So I have my entry ready on a different screen. That's why you can't see it in here, so I have it ready. I just need to make sure that it closes outside. A 5-minute entry, we're not gonna get in because like it might close right here and then just take off. So we're trying to get in into the 1 minute, and we have this inside order block, 5-minute order, 1 minute, sorry, bearish order block. So pretty much we have sweep of liquidity. We also have early buyers right here. If this is gonna really go up, we have to close outside the mitigation block. So this order block is really protecting the area from going up. So we are just gonna wait at this point. So there's really nothing we're gonna do. It'll be better for us to close outside. So hopefully we get it in this candle. If we don't get it on this candle, then I will just pause the video and then just come back when I have a actual trade in. When I wait the 23 seconds, see if we get something. And then this is the thing with trading. You show up at the same time and you wait for the same thing. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's really nothing else. There's no science to this thing. You just gotta know what you're looking for. I could have taken that sale, like I said, and then make some money, but I just don't like trading against the trend because I have been messed up so many times. So right now it looks like it's just gonna mess around in this area, which is good. They're collecting more sellers for them to blast through it. So I'm gonna come back when I take a trade in. Alright guys, so just a quick update. I just got in this trade, and the reason that I got in is because we closed outside this bullish candle. So if you're gonna get in without waiting, you wait for a bullish candle on the uptrend, obviously, to close above after a sweep, then that's pretty much your entry. This one has to close above to keep going, and we gotta break this order block. So if we break this order block, I mean, that's a really good trade, but it looks like it's gonna start picking up momentum now. So we're just gonna give it some time. The risk, let me see the risk. The risk, I put my stop loss right here. I might move it here. If we close outside, now we need this. We need more bullish candles to keep closing above the wicks, and then that's gonna be a really good trade. Now, what's the risk right now? Let's see. We have 1 to 3.8, so we're risking 2 contracts. 147 risk to make 571. Not bad. If we close outside this order block, I'm gonna add another contract on it, but we have to close outside this order block that we have, because this is really strong. This is a continuation, but I just took an early entry, and then my stop loss, obviously I put it outside the order block. So we'll see what happens right now. Hopefully we don't get stopped out. Like I say, it's an early entry. We did close outside the mitigation block. You can barely see it, but that's pretty much the entry. So now we just gotta wait. Let's see. This order block is the main one that I'm concerned about. Stop loss is outside this order block, so hopefully they don't come and just wick us out and then take off, which it looks like they want to do that. Anyway, so we're just gonna wait. Yeah, they really are wicking everybody out, so we'll see how it goes. I will give an update whenever, if I get stopped out, I'm gonna wait again. If I don't get stopped out, obviously it's a good trade. We waited for a break momentum, but you never know. If this candle closes under, then I'm probably gonna close it because I don't want to get wicked out. But yeah, they don't wanna. This order block, man, that thing was so strong. Oh yeah, we might get stopped out, so we might get a first loss today. But if we get stopped out, then I'm just gonna wait for another setup and then go again. There's really nothing we can do. Market is the market. They create liquidity, like I said, and then they wicked it. So we'll see what happens. And I'll just give an update whenever, or maybe the update is gonna be right now. Let's see. Once you put your stop loss, don't move it. I mean, it is what it is. If we get a loss, it is what it is. Let's see. I'll just give an update whenever we get stopped out. So we'll see what happens in this area. Alright guys, just doing an update. We cannot break this order block. It's inversion order block right here. It just doesn't want to let the market go. So if we don't get a break right now, I'm pretty much just gonna close the trade. Why? Because we have rejections, too many rejections, and then this little order block, it's very strong. The market's an uptrend, so the buyers have to take over. However, they are fighting in this area to the death. So it's gonna be really hard. But if we do break out, then I'm gonna add another pending right here for a retest. So pretty much what I want to see is I want to see this eventually. Then I'll add another trade but it doesn't seem like it's gonna do it. So if we break under this, I'm gonna just close the trade. This is pretty much my last small higher low that is protecting my entry. I'll just close the trade if we end up closing with a body right here. I'm still gonna hold it, but it really doesn't want to do anything. And then the 1 hour just closed, and it closed with a rejection, which is good. We want to see that. We want to see the 1 hour rejected, but we have to break this very small order block. So we just gotta give it some time. Let me see. Yeah, we still haven't closed with a body, so we're still waiting to see if we want to go up. If we don't, then I'll just close it, take my loss for the day, and then wait for another setup. If it's already 8, so I don't know if I'm gonna catch a late setup or if this is gonna play out, because it's being in this area for too long. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see, we have 23 seconds to close. Let's see. Yeah, this is not gonna work out, so we're just gonna get out with a small loss. See, 8 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no, we're just gonna close it. It's not gonna work out anymore. They did not let this order block, did not let the market go up. So we're just gonna take a small loss, $100. It's 1,000 between 10 accounts. So this is not valid. Yeah, the market just gonna keep dropping, so it's just gonna go to the next areas of interest, which is this one right here. Like I said yesterday, we do have a lot of liquidity right here, and then unfortunately we couldn't break above this order block. But I hope you learned something. I mean, you gotta be careful, you gotta pay attention to detail. And I'm not gonna risk to lose the full risk that I gave it. So we're gonna wait to see what happens in this area. Obviously the area is being rejected multiple times, so now we close with a body, so we'll see. I'm gonna give it some time to see if I want to get back in. If not, then it is what it is. We just took a small loss for the day. I'm gonna wait. So this setup right here was a good one. We could have made some money, but it's just, I don't like taking trades against the trend. Yeah, the thing, see what happens. So you gotta pay attention to the details. So pretty much we try once, we try another one, we close above. I thought this was gonna be it, but this order block rejected the market. I really thought it was going to be just a stop hunt because we closed above and we closed above again. So we came and created a new higher low to try again, but all this rejection was just rejecting the market. Then if you see something like this, then you put a line or whatever under the last higher low. If they close under, just close the trade. I mean, you see right here, I would have lost like an extra $80 just because I was hoping. So there's no hope. So we're gonna wait to see if they're just gonna be rejecting. Now I'm not gonna get in on the 1 minute. I'm gonna get in on the 5 minutes. So I need 2 5-minute candles to close above, and then I'll get in the trade. So but we'll see if we get it. I'll come back if anything. Alright guys, just doing an update. So as you can see, as soon as I got out, the thing dropped. That's the thing with the market, like don't be hoping for, you know, like maybe they don't hit my stop loss and turn around. No, once the setup fails, it's done. Now we're gonna try to get a trade right here just to get our money back. We have this order block that failed, and then now this is a breaker block. So breaker block is a failed order block. That's all it is. Now you're gonna use it as support or resistance. So first it was support, now it is resistance. So pretty much what I'm looking for is something like this, and then come into the 1 hour fair value gap, and then so we'll try to get some money back. We're not going to let the market take our money. So we always want to try to catch another trade just to make it back. Obviously, don't be dumb and just take the trade. Take it with conviction and take it knowing that it might work out. So we have this breaker block. We also have this fair value gap, this small fair value gap right here. So we have these two areas that I'm looking to take a trade. So they both make a really good resistance. Now, if the market just drops straight to this area, it's okay. We're just gonna walk away with our loss. Obviously, one loss is really not gonna break your bank, as long as you don't go stupid and then just revenge trading. And why do I tell you that? Is because I did it for so many years. I did it for so long that I know it sucks to take a loss, but at the same time, you gotta be smart and not go crazy, not risk more than what is needed. And it should be fun. I mean, if we don't catch this trade today because it's already past 8, we're gonna catch it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna make, our loss plus some back, a lot of money. So don't get discouraged if you take a loss. Just know that the loss was a calculated loss. So it's not a loss because you didn't know what was happening. So we had a really good trade. It was rejecting. It was really good. But like I said, the market is really overextended. In the 1 hour, we went to 27%. Because it broke the 27%, I wanted to catch this to the 61 because sometimes they do that. Once they break a 27 and close above, then they push it to the extreme. Now this one just turned around in the 27, so it was a okay risk trade. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was very risky because we were at the extreme. So pretty much like taking a sell was gonna be smart, but at the same time is against the trend. And then obviously I don't have anything, any fair value gap, any order block, anything to the left that can tell me like, oh, that's a really good resistance because it's just a brand new high. So yeah, so we're just gonna wait right now for this trade. Maybe we get it. We'll take some money out of the market just so we get our money back. The way that I'm planning to get in this trade is I'm gonna let it come to the area, and then on the 1 minute I'm gonna try to catch a order block or a invert fair value gap or something. There's many ways to get in the market, so I'm just gonna wait for rejection. So I need to make sure that this is gonna be rejected many times, and then that way I can take a trade. So we're just gonna wait, make sure that this is rejected. I will come back once I take a trade. Alright guys, just a quick update. Just do the trade right now. Took a sell. We came exactly to the fair value gap. I didn't take the trade at the fair value gap because obviously I wanted to wait. So the reason that I took this trade was we came to the fair value gap. I don't know if you can see, but I have this line right here. We pretty much, this candle sweep the liquidity of all these buyers, close bearish, try it again, and then this one fully engulfed. But I don't get any trades like this. I always wait for the second candle. Now the second one pushed really hard, so I got in whenever it came to this area. Now I'm only risking just to get my money back, to be honest. So I'm risking like 95 bucks to make 164, but I'll probably close it just to break even if it plays out. The 5 minute is not fully developed, but the 5 minute is what I need to pretty much fully engulf over here. So we'll see what happens with this trade. I didn't think it was gonna drop this hard. I wanted to get in like somewhere in here, but I'll give an update once this trade finish, and then this is gonna be the last trade for the day because it's late already, and we don't want to be in the market past 8. But last time we took a trade like around 10 and it took a minute to play out, so we're just gonna leave this trade right here against the trend. Well, we are with the current trend, but we'll see what happens. So now this one is fully developed. Now if the next 5 minute candle closes under this one, then it's gonna go to the next level, which is this resistance, this support right here of the 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm gonna, let me see, I'm just gonna get my money back. I lost 120. So let's go for, oops. This is how I know where to put my take profit. So I do this, I risk 95, and then my take profit I want 125, let's call it. So it's gonna be somewhere in this area. So pretty much what I do, I move my entry to here, and if we hit it, then we'll get our money back what we lost, and then it's just another trade, just another trading day. So we're gonna wait to see if the market goes to that area. We are protected by this lower high. Now if the market goes on top of it, then at that point I'm done for the day. But risking 95 bucks and I already lost 120 is my full risk, $200 per day. Obviously you're not gonna win every day, so we'll see what happens. I'll give an update video whenever this trade is done, because this video is longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to show you what happens if the trade fails. So I'll come back once the trade either hits our stop loss or hits our take profit. Alright guys, just giving an update. Just had breakfast with my wife, so I was not looking at the market, but damn, looks like we came to the order block on the 5 minutes. This is my copier that I have for all the accounts, but gosh, I didn't see that when they came up here. Otherwise I would have added another entry somewhere in this area. That way our trouble time would have been less, and probably would have risked like another, I don't know, 40-50 bucks or less. But yeah, anyway, so right now we need to break this support. That way we can just drop. Right now it's rejecting, so we're just gonna give it time. We're not gonna buy it, and the reason that we're not gonna buy it is because we already broke the whole structure. So we're just gonna wait until we either get a stop loss hit or take profit. Not really to do anything else right now. It's late in the day, so I'll just come back to give an update. Hey everybody, just doing a quick update video. So we've been in the market we got in like around 8 or whatever. I forgot what time we got in. And it's been like about 2 hours and this thing has not done anything. So at this point I'm just gonna close it. I want to show you guys. This just literally just happened right now. It's so weird. But they are just gonna consolidate at this point. So not even gonna risk it. Just gonna take whatever they gave me, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever. But yeah. So pretty much today we had a losing day. We lost $100 per account, total of $1,000. For some reason, this does not count the fees, the broker charges, but this one does. So I always go by this. So right now the market is really not gonna do anything. I think they're just gonna consolidate for the rest of the day in this area. It's gonna go up and down. So tomorrow we're pretty much gonna be looking for where the market is gonna be. Is it gonna be on this side, or is it gonna be somewhere at the top to take another short to target one of these levels? So if they go up from here, most likely we are gonna get into a level to do a short, and then we're gonna short it into the next level to buy. Right now I will be taking against the trend, the main trend, because we just we broke out this 1 hour structure. So this is a BOS on the hour. Some other people call it a chart, which is a chain of character. It's the same thing anyway. So we have this fair value gap that is right here. So if tomorrow we go up and then we are in this area, most likely I will take a trade to come over here and then to target this zone or that one, or I don't know, we're gonna like break through the 4 hour support. But pretty much this is what we're gonna do. I had a feeling they were just gonna consolidate in this area, to be honest, and I was gonna take profit in this area because they kept weakening it. So I was up like 80 bucks or something when it got to this area. But anyway, so the market is really not gonna do anything at this point. So we're just gonna leave it alone. We took a loss, small loss today of 100 bucks. So it was a good learning experience. I was waiting to see if we get a loss anyway, so pretty much like I can teach you guys, so I can show you why did we lose this trade. Even though it looked good to keep going up, the market decided to say nope, not today, and then just drop. I wish I could have saw it whenever it came to this order block. That way I could put another entry. We probably would have got out somewhere in here if I would have scaled for our loss. So wow. Maybe this thing, it is gonna hit the take profit. That was just a fake out to scare people. Obviously they got me anyways, to get a little bit of profit. So anyways, but I'm not gonna play with it. It's late already. It's 10 a.m. I wanna, like I said yesterday, I wanna catch trade between 6 and 8. Those are the best trades. They're really fast. They go straight to the profit. 1 to 4, 1 to 5, sometimes 1 to 8, depending on how far we are from the target. Whenever I catch trades after 8 a.m. Pacific time, then at that point it's they either play around or they take so long to pay me. See, like this one, this trade, like it literally took like almost 2 hours, and then they only gave me like 20 bucks. When yesterday we waited a whole hour and then we made 600 per account, which was 6,000. You know, alone 10 accounts. So this one we waited 2 hours and nothing, literally. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. Let me know your thoughts. Ask me any questions. If you have any questions, I'll leave my Facebook in the description so you can hit me up. Yeah, and then tomorrow same time, at the same spot, looking for the same thing. 6 a.m. sharp or so. Market starts moving at 6:30 every day. So tomorrow we'll see what we catch. I'm gonna leave the market alone today. There's really nothing that we were able to catch today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.